Morning all, January the 5th, 2024. A happy new year and a prosperous new year to every single person and all my viewers. Absolutely fantastic. As you know, this is Webby's Manor, down on the beach in CAIXESBBXXX with pal Tim and that Muppet up on the bike or whatever he's in. Hey?
They can't hear it.
They can't hear it, okay. Well, he's up there somewhere. He's up, I'm going to shoot it down in a minute. This is Webby Sports Roundup with a bit of a difference today. We're going to be talking about different things, different shootouts, and on top of shootouts or shoutouts, I've got to shoot him, or shoutouts. I've got somebody very, very special to mention in a short while, okay? So let's get on with it, shall we? In the show today, shoutouts, rugby union latest and Gallagher Premier League table, horse racing F.A.C.T from Lee Sobot. Guess what happened last week? Boom, we had it, son. Darts from the alley pally, yeah, you know, unless you've been looking under the carpet to this week. CD Tenerife update for this Sunday. We've got any large transfers that's happening in football and a little bit of charity news about F.A.C.T. That's your starters. And what we're going to do first of all, before I do my shout outs, all right, somebody sent me a bit of a message and I'm going to say, Grumpy Graham from Bristol, my big pal, ex-Coventry City footballer, love him a bit. Graham, do us a favour, give a message to all my viewers, please. Cheers, Graham.
Graham Withy, ex-Coventry City and a few other clubs. Can I just say, since April last year, I started watching Webby's Sports Roundup from sunny Tenerife in CAIXESBBXXX on YouTube. And it's brilliant. So subscribe. I do. It's free. So Webby Morsan, aka the Mayor of Callow, can I wish you and all your subscribers, because there's thousands and thousands of them now, a fantastic and peaceful 2024.
Great, on the money, son. But when you look at your camera again, do yourself a favour, put your eyes up a little bit. Look at the camera, knock it to the floor, son. All right? Well done, big man. Love you. See you next month. Right, shout outs. Lindsay, top man, lives in CAIXESBBXXX. He follows Leeds United, but he also follows Aldershot Town Football Club. He said, Webby, do us a favour, non-league, give him a mention. I'm going to give you a mention, big man. They're playing at West Bromwich Albion, the Hawthorns, tomorrow in the FA Cup third round proper, where all the big boys come in. And they've sold tickets of just under 5,000. Phenomenal. So good luck to Aldershot Town at West Bromwich Albion tomorrow. And we all know West Bromwich Albion has the highest football ground above sea level in Britain. Fact. And you heard it here first. And obviously a big shout out to everybody in the FA Cup tomorrow in the third round. All the minnows, let's see if there's any banana skins. I'm sure there's going to be one or two. A big shout out to my boys Coventry at the CBS Arena. A massive shout out to Dave Percival, you and Lynn, happy new year to you, big man. And obviously to Gary from Western Supermare. If you think I can talk, he can talk twice as quick as me, that's for sure. And not forgetting big Satch from Coventry as well. And JD, who has a box with David Boost, ex-Coventry player. What a top fellas they are. Good luck to the Coventry City football team tomorrow. If you haven't seen my vlogs this week, I've done 3 or 4 this week on my Jack Jones by myself with nobody with me. Who needs Tim? Anyway, I don't do all the frills and put all this up and all that. It just comes straight from here. We have a bit of fun. We talk all the information as we possibly can. I did a Scots one yesterday, loved it. Terry, my number 2, and Simon, my number 3. We did the FA Cup, the League Cup, and transfers this week. Great vlogging, I think that was. So if you haven't seen them, look back this week and check out those for me, please. And I did a Championship Div 1 and Div 2 on my Jack Jones as well. Have a look at that, get some views in. Right, this is my big shout out to the day. Love this. My number 99, Foggy, he is working tirelessly, right? If you think Terry wants new trainers, forget him, forget Tell. Foggy deserves more than that. He deserves a brand new car. It ain't going to come from me, but that's what he deserves. He's trying everything to get me viewers. He really, really is. So anyway, so he sent some bits of Facebook pages out and so forth. And one of my good friends, John Kilmarnock, if you're on my Scottish vlog yesterday, I mentioned him. He used to come in the world famous garden bar 8 years ago when I sold it, because Tim knows 30 years, 3 pubs, had it for 10 years, and lots of people come in, had a great time there. And John got me a kilt, and I wore it, okay? I wore the kilt, loved it. And I had a Rod Stewart hat on with all the bits of trimmings and what have you, as if I didn't need it. And fantastic. And I wore that on my charity night about 10, 11, 12 years ago. So to you, John, and to Maggie, if I remember, and I think it was Megan, your daughter, I think you're still on Facebook with my son Matthew. Love you to loads. Love to see you one day, big man. And thank you for the kilt. And this is what I'm going to do. I've put it on Frame.io. I'm going to get Tim to put the picture on here. And you better laugh, but it's an absolute cracker. So John, I'll see you soon, big man. Right. Let's have a look. Rugby union. We're going to start with rugby union on the old sports side. That's what we're here for, isn't it? Webby Sports Roundup. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, press that button and view. We have a bit of fun. We enjoy it every Friday morning down here, and it goes out tonight, as you know, at 7 o'clock live on Friday in CAIXESBBXXX. Right, wins in the Gallagher Premiership, rugby union back in England. Exeter at Bristol. Saracens beat Newcastle, bottom of the table at home. The Saints, again, they beat my boys Gloucester 32-26. The Quins did, beg your pardon. The Quins, Harlequins beat Gloucester 32-26. Saints are top of the table after beating Sale, who were second, and Leicester beat Bath at home. And Gloucester this week on Sunday, I think at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock kickoff, we take on Bath at the recreation ground away from home. That's the big local derby. We need to start winning. We've only won 2 in 8. And Tim's going to put the league table up for me, up on the top left-hand corner. If you're a big rugby league fan, now you know, I keep saying Fran or fan. Fran's good, she's Everton fan. They start their league in March, okay? So that's when the Betfred League, Rugby League starts in March with the championship. So that's in a couple of months' time. Very quickly about Johnny Goggles. Big Johnny could be coming over in the next month or two. We're trying to find some flights to come over to come and see us. There's no boxing until February when the big one, Usyk taking on the mighty Tyson Fury. So we're going to leave Johnny Goggles so we can have a nice well-earned rest. So cheers, Johnny, for the past few weeks, and we'll speak to you very, very soon. Right, let's go to the GGs. Let's get on their gallops. All right, a big shout out to Ash. Ash messages me all the time. As soon as our F.A.C.T last week won, I think it was Mr. T won it, big man, then he messaged me. Cheers, Webby, and a winner. Right, racing news. Big shout out to Lee Sobot. He's a massive Leeds United fan, as you all know. Now, he works for the Yorkshire Evening Post, the Leeds United writer on the Yorkshire Evening Post as well, and a top tipster. And I'll tell you the reason why. He's 4th in the Racing Post Naps table. There's 53 around the country, and you can check it out if you want to. Racing Post Tipping Naps table. Check them all out. Check the website, and that's where he's 4th, and we get him for free, eh? And I give him, information for free, okay? And he's a good lad, top boy. Hopefully he will be out here sometime this year for a little bit of a jolly. Right, let's have a look. So last week, I think it was Master Teague, I think it was, and he asked, if I remember, 2 o'clock. Tim will pull it up anyway, and I think he won at 2-1. Right, he's given us 2 F.A.C.T this week. He gave me one 2 days ago, but he was waiting for the new declarations. So I'm going to have a quick butchers now. Let's see what we got. He said, Webby, we'll wait until the final declarations later today before sending a weekend horse. But anyway, apart from that, there's not a lot that stands out. But I have a few quid on called Individualistic, which I think will win at Wincanton. 5-2 favourite at the moment, and it's at the 3:15 on Saturday afternoon at Wincanton. Individualistic, okay? So cheers, Lee. Have a good weekend, and whoever Leeds United are playing tomorrow or Sunday in the FA Cup. Don't forget, if you haven't just tuned in, welcome to Webby Sports Roundup here in sunny Tenerife, in my manor, down in CAIXESBBXXX in the south of Tenerife. Weather's lovely today, going to be talking about 23, 24 degrees. If you want to pop over, come on the show. If you're that good and if you're that popular, get in touch with the big man Tim, who does all my camera work, my producing, and all that sort of stuff. Email him, you know what to do now. Right, something's happening very big on Sunday night. Very, very big. And I'm going. Ray Wild and his son, plus me, plus Paul Stewart, Big John Hibby, we're all going up to the north. CD Tenerife are taking on our big local rivals, Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, in the Copa del Rey, which is the FA Cup. It's the King's Cup, the same as obviously the FA Cup in England. We got them at home. They're bringing over about 600 followers. They usually bring 2,000. And they usually have about 15% we can give them, but it's down to the home team. We've said we could have given them 50 or whatever. We said we give them 600. So they come off the ferry early doors, up the main high street, all in yellow, straight up to the ground, and get in the ground, put the kits on, and then we smash them. That's what we got to do. Little bit of news, last night they played Barcelona at home, but they are playing well, so they are the favourites to win on Sunday, and they were 1-0 up half time, but Barca came back to score 2 goals second half. Torres, if you remember, ex-Chelsea and Liverpool, he scored the first goal, and Barcelona beat Las Palmas 2-1 at the final, so they get 3 points, Las Palmas at 0. One sending off for Las Palmas. We wanted a few injuries, Toddy said to me, but we don't want any injuries, that's for sure. But what I'm going to say is, Toddy sent me a little video, so I'll say a little bit of things after. So Toddy, do us a favour, he is the Armada, sir, the general, the main man of CD Tenerife Football Club. So Toddy, tell them what it's all about for Sunday, please. Cheers, big man.
Hello everyone, and excitement is building here in the Canaries before the big cup clash on Sunday, the third round of the King's Cup between CD Tenerife and Las Palmas, the 9 o'clock kickoff. Ticket sales have gone well despite the high prices and the late kickoff time. We're looking at a practical sellout. There might be a few tickets on the day, but probably the more expensive ones at 80 euros, which is quite expensive for football here in the Canaries, but we might have a sellout, let's see. 600 Las Palmas fans are coming over from Gran Canaria, and they're coming over on the ferry. They'll march them up to the top of the hill, and they'll march them down again after the game, and their ferry back's at 12:30. Had to have special permission to keep the ferry ports open, because they normally close at 12. There's only 600, not that many compared to league games where you have to give 10% of the ticket sales. In the cup, it's just down to the home club. They can give 40 tickets if they want, or 4,000, but this time they settled on 600, as we will get a good crowd anyway. The form is in Las Palmas' favour. Well, they're La Liga club, of course. They're a lot better than us at the moment, but on the cup night, who knows, anything can happen. So let's see on the night if Tenerife can pull off a surprise. It will be. Some players are coming back. Whether they'll be ready to play on Sunday, we're not too sure at the moment, but the big hitters are Enrique Gallego and Jose Leon will be key players. If they can play, it might put the swing the tie slightly in our favour. Let's see. As I said, the last time that Tenerife beat Las Palmas in the cup was 1980. The number one on the day was the police, which don't stand so close to me. And since then we've played each other a few times in the cup. Las Palmas have won every game. This will be the 10th clash, and Las Palmas have won 8, Tenerife 1. Let's see if this Sunday we can change that record. And vamos, Tenerife. They've got more to lose than us. Tenerife, it's a bonus game for us. If we can win it, great. If not, we carry on with the league. I know it's an old cliche, but the week after we got a very important game against ALTO. We're at home again the week after against Sporting Gijón. Really, they're the two more important games. But obviously, ask me that an hour before kick-off on Sunday, and I'll say no. Las Palmas is the game that we want to win. So vamos. Subscribe to Webby Sports channel. Vamos Tenerife, boom Webby, and let's go. Vamos.
Top man, Toddy, superb, mate. Fingers crossed. I'll be with you. I'm going to do lots of little vlogs from start to finish, okay? And we're going to have a cracking night Sunday, win, draw or lose. Now, at this moment in time, this is going out at 7 o'clock tonight, as you know. But he spoke to me last night on Thursday, and he said, Webby, 230 tickets left only in the whole of the ground, okay? They were going to go on at 10 o'clock this morning, and he said he thinks by 30 minutes later, he says he thinks everything could be so it could be a full house. So we're going to have a phenomenal time. So it's going to be a big sellout. Now, one or two people saying, what happens if it's a draw at the end of 90 minutes? Well, I'll tell you, there's no replay, nothing like that. It is extra time, then penalties, okay? Extra time and penalties. But the other thing is, for some reason, he said, there's no VAR. Is that good or bad? I reckon it's going to be good. No VAR, 90 minutes if it's a draw, then you've got extra time and penalties. So that's CD Tenerife against Las Palmas de Gran Canaria in the King's Cup on Sunday night. And guess what the time kick-off is? Excuse me, I had a bit of a sniff. 9 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock. And the last ferry is 12:30 back to Gran Canaria. So hopefully some of them Las Palmas don't get drunk or they'll miss it. Right, listen, if you've had your head buried in the sand this week, you've obviously been watching the darts at Ali Pali, okay? I've only seen bits, I'll be honest with you. I do enjoy it, but other things were showing in the house and down the pub at the same time, football and what have you. Even non-darts people were watching it. There's a new lad, as you know, called Littler, massive Man United fan. He even had a message from David Beckham. 16 years of age, he's 17 next month. Come onto the scene, youngest man ever to be in the third round of the World Darts Championships, and he got to the final. Phenomenal. 4-2 down in the 4-2 up in the final against Humphries, the world number one, who won 6-0 in his semis. But at the end of the day, experience told, whether he got the jitters, who knows. And Humphries came out winners of 7 frames to 4. But this lad has to be watched, I promise you. It really does. So well done, Mr. Littler. Luke Littler, good lad, only 17 years of age, absolute quality. Right, and don't forget, he's been invited now to the Premier League Darts. They have a tournament, Premier League Darts, which starts on February the 1st, and that is invitational, and he's with the top 32 players. So good luck to that man. Let's see how many games he can win. Nearly come to the end of the show. If you've enjoyed the show, fantastic. Don't forget to subscribe, view and make a comment down below. Just wanted to quick transfer news over the past couple of days. As you know, January the 1st is the big transfer when window opens to see whether they want to spend money, get rid of players, loan players, etc. And the only two that I've really brought up, to be honest with you, is it Man United, Old Trafford, where Sancho, who they bought for 73 million, if I remember rightly, and he's going back to Dortmund on loan sometime early next week. They're just doing the paperwork, and then I think at the end of the season they'll put a clause in that you can buy him for probably 40 to 50 million pound back, and therefore means it was a bad purchase. Something happened a few weeks ago, which I won't say. And the other thing is Ivan Toney, who was obviously a bit of a gambling guy, looks as if he's going to stay at Brentford. One or two good friends of mine, big Brentford fans, and looks as if he could be staying and trying to keep them in the Premiership for next year. But then I think he'll go for big money next season. Could be Arsenal, whatever. So we'll see what happens. So watch this space. The big FA Cup this week, I picked out 2. There's obviously Liverpool-Arsenal. I can't watch that. Well, I think it's at Arsenal in the Emirates, because obviously going to be on the coach up to CD Tenerife. The other big one is the Mackhams of Sunderland taking on their big local rivals, Newcastle United. That's 12:45 on tomorrow morning. Same similar time as Coventry taking on Oxford United. Now there was a bit of a story on that I read that they had a new bar being built in the Mackhams or something, and whoever was in charge of that messed up because they painted it black and white. So it's all over the papers, all over Sky Sports News and what have you. So he's probably got the bullet. So that's Sunderland, Newcastle, massive game, probably a full house tomorrow at 12:45. Right, that's all the football finished on the transfer. If you want to check out this week's football vlogs that I've done on the Premiership, Championship, Division 1, Division 2, also in the Scottish. And from the last few days, I did a few on my Jack Jones, which I absolutely loved. A lot of passion there. And I've had a lot of comments on the Scottish one that I vlogged yesterday from my own home. So if you've got any views on that, please mention them. And they were done this week. So if you want to go back a couple of days and check them out, see Terry and see my mate Simon, I thought they were quite interesting, to tell you the truth. They're good lads. They know their stuff. They really, really do. Right, that's all that's done. Next couple of weeks, I've got a meeting at F.A.C.T, Fighting Against Cancer in Tenerife, next Monday. It's always the first Monday of the month. Couldn't do it this week, obviously, because it was New Year's Day. So I'm going up on Monday. Got some money to give them for one or two of my charity items on the sports and memorabilia that we did last year. And the reason, there was one or two people asking how much we totally raised. I can't give you a figure yet because we haven't got all the money in. We've got all the money from previous, but just waiting for the money to come in for the items of the sports and memorabilia. There's one or two people coming over in January and early February. So when that's all done, we get a big placard and we say, we have raised X number of euros. And I want to thank everybody for putting their hands in their pockets, especially for all my sponsors and donators. They did superb. They really, really did. I've got something lined up for this year. It's not going to be big. It's going to be small, but there's one or two items that you can buy. It's going to be on a ticket basis only, raffle ticket, makes it easier. Instead of people sending money over, this, that, and the other, and so forth. So that's what's going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks, and I'll give you the information on that very, very soon. Right. I think Tim and I are ready for coffees. Facebook page, please, Foggy, my number 99, as I keep reiterating, working tirelessly and doing it, trying to get me more subscribers and more views. So just go to, please, if you're on Facebook, which most people are, Webby Sports Roundup, make a comment and click on for that, please. Appreciate it. Any comments, as we know, for anything you want to comment about, either whether if you're into cycling, you're into dog racing or what have you, and you say, Webby, do us a favour, put something else on, make it a little bit more this and that, give me some ideas, then I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to give you a bit of information. So any more comments, please do that. Appreciate it. And last but not least, as you know, I always say, if you like what you hear and you like what you see, please subscribe to my Webby Sports Roundup. We've had a cracking day. I want to thank Tim, as always. Tim, you got anything to say for 2024? Because before I say anything, my man Tim, who set me up on this at the end of April, I know he's already, because you know he's got his own channel, Living with MS in Tenerife. Please watch that. If you've not subscribed, get onto that and get the views. I'll go on with Tim, obviously on a Friday morning and a Friday night on our coffee and our beer down in Monte Cristo. We have a bit of fun. We have a laugh. You can take the P, take the Mickey. We got broad shoulders. Well, Tim has anyway. And Big Tim is on a diet, I can see. That's why he's wearing black. It looks good. It looks good. So, come, Tim, come on. I'm sorry, you got to do it. Come on, come on. This is what he looks like now. So, what do you reckon, son? Now, we want that in there in a few weeks' time, yeah? Looking good. The board head boys, hey, looking good. Red and black. What more do you want? So, you're looking to lose a few pounds, son?
Yep, the leader hulls and challenges back on.
Yeah.
Tune in Wednesday 5:55 to Balcony Bant and get all the updates. And not only that, but tonight, Tim and Tonics, no beer.
No beer. And Christine's trying to lose a few.
She's doing exactly the same as me.
Okay, that's fantastic. Yeah, and I had no beer at all yesterday, and I only got out of bed once. That's what I told him to be anyways. So it's all good fun, isn't it? So,
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yep.
I'm going back now because I need a coffee.
Yeah, don't we both. Cheers, Tim. Top man. So all I'm going to say is 2024, have a fantastic and happy and prosperous New Year. Love your family. They're more important. And tune in, all right? And let's see what we can do. So thanks, everybody. All from there, from my heart, from Webby Sports Roundup, in my manor, in CAIXESBBXXX, in sunny Tenerife. And I'll speak to you very, very soon. Take care.